and today we're going to review a 2012 BMW 3 Series. This is the 335iS, and it's a turbo. Now, being that this is a 2012, it's going to have a bit more of that older BMW look, which I actually do prefer. So we have our classic BMW Angel Eyes. This is the BMW dynamic front headlight system. Now, this car has clearly been modded, it's been played with, it's been tuned, and it is very impressive. I think that this should be at the track or on the quarter mile. It looks really nice. So talking about the front end, we're gonna have this front spoiler that's gonna be carbon fiber. There is carbon fiber sprinkled throughout of this vehicle that has been added to the vehicle. We have some nice decals that complement our front grille here. Newer BMWs, the grills are probably 3 times that size. I think they look good for the current year, 2025, but the older models still stay true and it's still very impressive on the road. Now, of course, in the front of our vehicle, we're gonna have some air passageways, some heat extractors, and the decal starts all the way on the front lip, goes to the grille, and it's gonna go right to our hood here. Now, coming down to our tire setup, they are gonna be a nice, comfortable 19-inch. I always find that that's a very suitable tire size for these kind of vehicles. Now, we are gonna have these giant spokes, which is very lovely, and we're also gonna have this nice blue brake caliper, which ties in nicely because, again, we have that decal on the front. We also have carbon fiber added to these side mirrors, and these are gonna be heated side mirrors. And along the bottom here, you're gonna see a side skirt that's carbon fiber, and you're also gonna have more of that BMW M Performance decal. Now, once more, this has been modded and played around with, so we're gonna have some more decals. We're also gonna have a carbon fiber type of material on the roof, which really does kind of tie it all together with our mirrors, our side skirt, our front lip, and of course, this massive spoiler. Now, coming around to the back of the vehicle, we're gonna have another skirt down below. What's interesting is, of course, they added the spoiler aftermarket, but there is still the original spoiler right here. And then coming down, this is gonna have a dual exhaust. This is tuned, so it's gonna have a sports tuned suspension. It's gonna sound really nice. And of course, we have more kind of add-on aftermarket technology. Now, coming to our trunk, it is a coupe, but I always find that a coupe can have kind of like a really nice secret big trunk. So it is quite large. It does have a pass-through as well. Super clean, and it looks like we have some extra mats as well. If you're in the market for a vehicle, please make sure you mention that you saw this YouTube video for a special incentive on your next vehicle purchase. Now that we're inside of our BMW, one thing to note is that it is a 2012, right? So this is before really any of those standard safety technologies came out, or before like Apple CarPlay and all that stuff. So this really is just a car, but I don't say that in a negative context. If you want to drive a car and you're a real car enthusiast, this is the kind of car you're gonna want. So like, for instance, your steering wheel really has nothing on it other than some controls for your radio and to take a phone call. You still have the convenience features of a dual zone climate. You also have a heated front seat. These are a nice kind of bucket seat. So again, like I know I'm in a car, it just kind of feels like we might go to the track or something with this. You do have a nice screen in there. Again, you are gonna have your convenience features such as navigation and everything. So really, there's not much this car needs if you're really just looking for an all-around fun rear-wheel drive vehicle. Another few things to touch on. So we are gonna be reminded that we are in an M package for motorsports. It's right there. Something that was kind of cool is our cup holders. There's a little compartment here. There's a little compartment here with an auxiliary connection. There's also some climate control back there. There are back seats. It will be tight, but I could fit back there. So you have real back seats in this coupe. One thing to note is these really cool cup holders. So the little things, right? So there's your first one and there's your second one. I thought that was cool. You'll see things on like this on like GT3 RSs for weight saving. So I thought it was kind of cool that it's in a 2012 BMW. We have a lovely moonroof as well. And then throughout the vehicle, we're also gonna have this kind of gunmetal gray accent. It's on the doors. It's all here, it's in the back as well. So it really ties in with this nice black leather interior. One of my last things I'm gonna touch on is why I like older vehicles, like literally probably 2016, even 2015, 14 and lower, is that you're still gonna have your analog instrument cluster. Now that I'm in the driver's seat, it really kind of feels like we want to go for a ride. So to touch on again, it is a 12, but it still has convenience features. Like, it doesn't sound like a big deal, but these are convenience features. So cruise control, your automatic high beams as well. You do have aluminum foot pedals. And again, this has a sport tune. So we're going to hear what that sounds like. Now under the hood, we're gonna have a 3-liter turbocharged inline-6 engine. It's gonna pump out 320 horsepower, and you always gotta love when you see some air intakes. Also, it's going to have a 7-speed dual clutch automatic transmission. Now this vehicle is gonna go 0 to 60 in just under 5 seconds, and on the quarter mile, it's a 13-second car. I would ask you to comment below if anybody has one of these and has brought it on the quarter mile, because every tune is gonna be a little bit different. One thing about this car is that it's a classic, right? Now it might not be a classic as in a collector, but it has an era to it. So this is something that would hold its own in one of the fast movies, but let's keep it to the first few. So it is a real cool car. So this is something that maybe anybody for their first BMW or anybody that just wants to have a fun car for the weekends, this is absolutely a contender. And if you're interested in this vehicle, please visit us at TorontoAutobrokers.com. And of course, if you've liked our video, please comment, like, and subscribe.